Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Drift Motion Volume 4. Now, while our driver's briefing is underway, I want to give a thank you to our sponsors for today: Racetrack Wheels, Blue Coral Racing, Parts and Stuff, Unlimited Tires, Valvoline, DK Designs, and Extraordinary Designs Welding and Fabrication Limited. Now, let's get into the live action.
Okay, so on the line now we have Shiva Niba. Shiva Niba is here. Initiates. Very shallow on the inner clip. Didn't cover any lines here. Barely connects to the first outer zone. Short on the touch and go, and fills half of the second outer zone. Saeed Rahimullah is here. Saeed Rahimullah is third in the competition standings. Initiates. This is Saeed's second run, so he covers the inner clip nicely. Half of the first outer zone, short on the touch and go, and transitions into the second outer zone, which he does. Up next here we have Faraz Khan. Faraz Khan initiates, which he does nicely, holding that card nicely over the inner clip. Reaches out to the outer zone, barely covers it out at the end. Touch and go, and transitions into the second outer zone, which he does well there. Here we have Rajesh Rampasad. Rajesh covers the inner clip nicely. Straightens again by the first outer zone. Shallow on the touch and go. And reinitiates, or somewhat reinitiates into the second outer zone.
Hey, I'm Saeed Rahimullah. I drive a Nissan Laurel C33. I compete in Pro 2 category. And yeah, this is the car here.
Now, as we get ready for the Pro 2 action, that would wrap up the Pro 2 qualifications. The Pro 2 action is the tandems, where the drivers would go door-to-door action and compete against each other to see who comes out on top. Let's get into the action.
Faraz is leading, he initiates. Rajesh is a little bit far behind. Faraz over the first inner clip. Rajesh, for some reason, straightens and nearly drives off the grid. Faraz here into the second outer zone and does a pretty good job there. They're going to switch positions, and Rajesh is going to lead. And pretty much does the same thing. So, that being said, Rajesh is having some car issues. And they're off. Saeed Rahimullah is here in the lead, followed by Shiva Niba. They initiate. Saeed into the first, and covers in the first and a clip nicely. Shiva straightens and then reinitiates. Saeed into the touch and go and transitions into the second outer zone, but Shiva is more, it's more of a inactive chase by Shiva. So Shiva Niba is here. That guy is what, SR20? RB25. So the battle of the RBs here today in the Pro 2 category. Alright, so Shiva initiates. Saeed initiated a bit earlier than Saeed. Close action there by Saeed Rahimullah. And they're going to touch and go. Saeed is keeping it a bit active there in the chase position. Shiva misses that outer zone. So the finals for the Pro 2 is here. We have a battle between Faraz Khan and Saeed Rahimullah. Faraz Khan being the #1 qualifier for this category. They initiate. Faraz Khan covers the first in a clip. Close there. Saeed backs off a little bit too much. Straightens, but Faraz Khan continues it into the second outer zone. Faraz Khan is there. Saeed is a little bit off. this is the second half of the Pro 2 finals. We have Saeed is going to lead and Faraz is going to chase. They're off. So Saeed here, Faraz is a bit far, but Saeed initiates, so does Faraz. Saeed goes into the first inner clip, misses that, straightens a bit and misses the first outer zone, touch and go, and the second outer zone he feels nicely. So here you have it. Shivaniba third, Saeed Rahimullah second, and Faraz Khan first. Congratulations to our winners in the Pro 2 category for Drift Motion Volume 4. Alright, so this is one of our sponsors here on the starting grid. DK Designs, the #1 rap center of Trinidad and Tobago. If you don't want to get your car painted and you want to get it wrapped, you can check DK Designs. Rajiv Suchit is here.
Let's see you doing this first inner clip. Nicely into that first inner clip. The first outer zone. Missing that a little there. Into the touch and go. And now transitions into the last outer zone. There, but practically touching it there. Didn't feel it fully, but.
So we have here Akil Smith. Akil Smith is from Tobago.
Into that. Barely reaching the loose on the first inner clip. Into the first outer zone nicely. Into the touch and go. And now transitions into the last outer zone. Filling that 3/4 way, I should say.
Yeah, here is Raja Achian. Initiates into the first inner clip. Let's see, yeah, he does pretty good there. Gets his way out into the first outer zone and then he touch and go and transitions nicely into the second outer zone. Does he feel it? No, he doesn't. So here we have Devon Bartholomew once again in this 1JZ powered RX-7. First inner clip, really nice into the first inner clip and pushes all the way out to the first outer zone. Fills that zone nicely into the touch and go and transitions into the second outer zone where he fills the entire zone. So, here we have Shiva Muna. Shiva Muna is driving the infamous drift van or drift pickup. If you look in Kerry Drift video vlogs, you will see an episode featuring this van. He tried first in a clip. Okay, so he takes out the cone, misses the first outer zone, a little shallow on the touch and go, which doesn't line him up to get out to the second outer zone. Off the line here, we have Nicholas Ramlochan piloting not his normal C33 smoke machine, but he covers one block on the inner clip, pushes out to half of the first outer zone, straightens and then, I don't know, that was a kind of funny movement there with our car. Misses the second outer zone. Alright, so this is one of our sponsors here on the starting grid. DK Designs, the #1 rap center of Trinidad and Tobago. If you don't want to get your car painted and you want to get it wrapped, you can check DK Designs.
So here goes Nari. Initiates, lovely initiation right there. Covers the first inner clip nicely into the outer zone. Woo, fills that. Lovely on the touch and go, nice, smooth and fluent. And in the second outer zone, just a bit shy there. Just a bit shy there.
Rajiv Suchit is here, covers the inner clip nicely, pushes out, barely touches the first outer zone, and transitions to head into the second outer zone where he covers half of it. So we have here Akil Smith. Akil Smith is from Tobago. Tobago glass sponsors this car. And far off from the first inner clip, but pushes out nicely into the first outer zone. Shallow on the touch and go, but it still connects into the second outer zone and across the line. Roger Hutchian, aka Jeff, on the grid, covers the inner clip nicely. All three lines covered by the Red Woman. Covers half of the first outer zone, touch and go, and into the second outer zone, which he fills the entire zone nicely. We have Devon Bartholomew on the line here. Devon covers the inner clip nicely. Now he covers half of the first outer zone into the touch and go. And let's see what he does in the second outer zone. Full outer zone nicely.
So Shiva is off. He initiates nice in time. Low on power, straightens and drives through the first zone. Misses the second outer zone. Misses the touch and go. And it seems like he's having a bit of an issue there. So he cruises back to the start line. And it seems like he's going to go back into the pit. Seems as he's having a bit of a mechanical issue. So it seems as that's it for the Pro 1 qualifications, and we're going to go quickly into the Pro 1 competition.
Yo, so my name is Rajiv Sachin. I'm king of the south. It's my car over here. So today's Drift Motion 4. We out there to have fun, but try our best to do everything properly. My goal is to make sure this car can go outside right through. I have a 1JZ engine turbo. Car pretty working good so far. So let's hope for the best. And we out.
So Devon is off. And here we have Devon Bartholomew initiates into the first inner clip, out to the outer zone, the first outer zone, transitions on into the touch and go, and here we are in the second outer zone and across the line. So and they're off. DJ, drop the volume a little bit. Into the first inner clip. Nicholas a little bit far behind. Akil is over the first inner clip there into the first outer zone. Nicholas is having some issues and is more or less just driving the course in that chase position. Off. We have a nice long run up before they initiate here. Yeah, Nicholas is in front and he initiates. Akil follows. Let's see if he can come up and keep. Oh, no, Akil. We're not sure what went on with Akil Smith there. Nicholas is now the lone driver on the course. So on the line here we have Jeff. Jeff leaves and Jeff initiates. Initiates and heads into the first inner clip. Nicely done by Jeff. Into the outer zone, but barely touches it. Touch and go and switches over into the second outer zone, which he covers very nicely. Coming in very tight there, initiates right on Rajiv Suchat's rear wheel is Roger Hutchian. Missing the first inner clip, that is Rajiv, but they're there. Roger Hutchian is very close. Look at this. Transitions nicely, but Roger drives alongside the outer zone. Okay, and they're off. Roger is in the lead. Let's see what Rajiv does in the chase. They initiate into the first and a clip. Rajiv is a bit far behind proximity. Raja is way out front. Rajiv is playing catch up. So, and that is that for that run. It's a C33 battle. Nicholas. It's moments like these I don't want to be a judge because so Smithy over-rotated there and Nicholas didn't even get a chance to initiate. Okay, so in the essence of saving on time, we're gonna just skip Akil finishing this run because Akil more or less is ready to run. So it's Akil versus Devon Bartholomew. Akil Smith versus Devon Bartholomew. Akil Smith, Devon Bartholomew. Devon is in the lead because he's the highest qualifier here. Devon is on the inner clip, pushes out to the outer zone. The first outer zone transitions into the touch and go and into the second outer zone. Akil is right there. Hold it, Akil, nicely. So they're gonna reverse. They're off. Devon is making way for Akil to initiate. He initiates and Devon needs to gain a little bit of proximity. Akil pushes out to the first outer zone. Transition, touch and go into the second outer zone where Devon is off track. Devon went a little bit too hard there and went off track. Okay, this is the finals here between Raja Hutchin and Akil Smith. Raja leads, Akil follows. Akil is pretty much catching up to Raja. No, he can't catch up to Raja again. The red woman gone. Alright, so Akil is definitely having some problems there. They're off. Akil initiates. Raja is there. Raja is right there. Yeah, getting closer. Akil is in the first outer zone. Transition. Raja backs off. And yeah. Woo. So Akil decides to park it on the tire barrier.
So we'd like to thank the podium finishers in Pro 1 category. Congratulations goes on to Devon Dev Biscuit Bartholomew in third place, driving that RTFD1J, sponsored in part by Racetrack Wheels, our title sponsor for today. In second place, we have Akil Smithy Smith, the resident Christian from Tobago. That prayer warrior he had in the tent was really working for him today there. And in first place, my name is Jeff. We want to give a huge congratulations to Roger Hutchin, aka Jeff, in that red woman, the smoke machine, one of the two smoke machines we have in Waterfield. So congratulations again to our Pro 1 drivers on this event. And the results for the Pro 2 is in. I hand you over to the president of the Trinidad and Tobago Drift Association, Farid Sanka.
So here you have it. Shivaniba third, Saeed Rahimullah second, and Faraz Khan first. Congratulations to our winners in the Pro 2 category for Drift Motion Volume 4. Get some good shots there in a Lazy Cannon. Lazy Cannon, the official media for Drift Motion. Remember, we'd like to thank KJP, DJ Beard, Drone Guy TT, and their crew, respectively, for coming out today and handling all our media. We are airing this episode of Drift Motion and future episodes on Flow Sports and the Flow Sports app. So look out for us in the future on your television. We would like to thank everyone for coming out today and our media personnel that was here today. We would like to thank everyone, all our spectators. We can't do this without you all. Thank you all. Yes, spray them down. Anybody that want to be in the front line, except KJ Camera though. Yeah. We would like to thank our sponsors, Blue Coral Racing, Drone Guy TT, KJP Drift, DJ Beard, South Ranch. We'd also like to thank our marshals. All right, they are here. For every event in Wallafield, the marshals are here. If you home in your house, the marshals here. Without them, we can't make these events possible.
So once again, we'd like to thank the sponsors for assisting us each and every time. We'd like to thank the patrons, you guys, for coming out. Without you, motorsports in Trinidad wouldn't be possible, and we'd like to see bigger numbers so that we can have bigger events, bigger productions, more giveaways, and lots more in store for you, so that the sponsors would like what they see and they would give the drivers more money so they could probably burn more tires and bigger power and more vibes. Right? Once again, thanks to the marshals, thanks to my hosts and co-hosts today, Fareed Sanka, the president of the Trinidad and Tobago Drift Association, yours truly, DJ Beard 868, and our resident host that fills in each and every time we need him, Clint Kumar. I know he had some car problems today, but that didn't stop him from coming across to the judging booth and the media tent and helping us out today. So once again, guys, thank you, and we hope to see you out at Drift Motion Volume 5.
Alright, so today's event, Drift Motion Volume 4, it's the fourth out of 5 rounds. So we have one more, that's November 26th. Today's event is brought to you by Racetrack Wheels, Valvoline, Unlimited Tires, Extraordinary Designs, Welding and Fabricating, DK Designs. Did I say Racetrack already? Yeah. Yes, okay, good. Who else, boy? I forget. Oh, Blue Coral Racing and Parts and Stuff. Those are our sponsors for our Drift Motion events. We had close competition today between the Pro 1 drivers as well as the Pro 2 drivers, because who won today? They were tossed up on the championship standing for next event. So in third place in Pro 2, we had Shiva Niba. Shiva Niba is third place in Pro 2 category, followed by Saeed Rahimullah in second place and Faraz Khan topping off the Pro 2 category. And in Pro 1, we had Devon Bartholomew in third, Akil Smith in second, and Roger Hutchian in third. So Pro 1 category is the advanced drivers, and the Pro 2 category is what we call the beginners. Yeah, so normally in a drift competition here at Drift Motion, we would have specific zones laid out on the course, outer zones and inner clips. The inner clips is where you pass the front of the car close by. The outer zone is where the rear of the car has to fill a specific area on the course. And in this course today, we had one inner clip, 2 outer zones, and we also had a touch and go. So the touch and go is where the car just reaches out to a certain point before it leaves quickly to go out to the next outer zone. That being said, how the events normally run is that we have qualifying first. We start off with the qualifying runs. Each driver has 2 runs to qualify. We choose the best out of those runs with the scores that the judges give them, and then rank them in a ladder system. After qualifying, they will now have a ladder system to form a battle between another driver. We will now compare the lead runs versus the chase runs. So every driver will have a lead run as well as a chase run, and then the judges will determine the winner. And that's how the competition comes down to the first, second, and third. So our next event and the last event for 2023 season is Drift Motion Volume 5, which is on November the 26th, right here at the Frankie Boudreau Waterfield International Raceway. These events are brought to you by the Trinidad and Tobago Drift Association. In third place in Pro 2, we had Shiva Niba. Shiva Niba is third place in Pro 2 category, followed by Saeed Rahimullah in second place and Faraz Khan topping off the Pro 2 category. And in Pro 1, In Pro 1, we had Devon Bartholomew in third, Akil Smith in second, and Roger Hutchian in third. So, Pro 1 category is the advanced drivers, and the Pro 2 category is the what we call the beginners. Yeah, so normally in a drift competition here at Drift Motion, we would have specific zones laid out on the course, outer zones and inner clips. The inner clips is where you pass the front of the car close by, the outer zone is where the rear of the car has to fill a specific area on the course. And in this course today, we had one inner clip, 2 outer zones, and we also had a touch and go. So the touch and go is where the car just reaches out to a certain point before it leaves quickly to go out to the next outer zone. That being said, how the events normally run is that we have qualifying first. We start off with the qualifying runs. Each driver has 2 runs to qualify. We choose the best out of those runs with the scores that the judges give them, and then rank them in our ladder system. After qualifying, they will now have a ladder system to form a battle between another driver. We will now compare the lead runs versus the chase runs, so every driver will have a lead run as well as a chase run, and then the judges will determine the winner, and that's how the competition comes down to the first, second and third. So our next event and the last event for 2023 season is Drift Motion Volume 5, which is on November the 26th right here at the Frankie Boudreau Waterfield International Raceway. These events are brought to you by the Trinidad and Tobago Drift Association.